Hello and welcome to the B60 Top 4 show. Today we have Mike joining the show. Obviously, big game on the weekend, Manchester Derby. Um, Disappointing result for United. What was your take on the game, Mike?
Yeah, same old, innit? I didn't expect much from the game, to be honest. I feel like when I seen the lineups, I thought City win. Obviously, the devastating news about Ricky Hatton, rest in peace, Ricky. I feel like fueled him up even more. Obviously, he was a City fan, so I just felt like the occasion. Had Haaland back. Foden always does bits in derbies anyway. Obviously, we had a few players missing. And Amrin doesn't win back-to-back games, so yeah, I think the it was in the walls from the get-go. Obviously, I even told you that I think we'll lose anyway. I think I said 2-1 or 3-1, but I said we're losing it. So yeah, same old with us, with United, with the managers, with the players. You know, I feel like it's more than just a tactics at this point. To be honest, it's whether the players' the quality is good enough. I think if you look across the team, the first 11. Obviously, we've got a new keeper now. Obviously, the keeper at the minute, it's not good enough. Luke Shaw again, been there at the club for what, over 11 years, still making the same mistakes, still not tackling people or showing any commitment, sluggish on the ball. Maguire when he came on, Maguire saved us a lot of times last season, should I say? Obviously, he's a good servant to the club, but again, is he good enough? Do you know what I'm saying? And Dogu, left wing back. I feel like he had a lot of opportunities to do something in the game. Obviously, the formation is kind of reliant on him to create, which he's 20, he's coming from Serie A. Again, is he good enough to be United starting left wing back? Is he good enough to be getting goals and assists? Which in this formation, your left wing back and your right wing back, you need to be doing. Obviously, we had Matt Suarez in the right wing back. I do rate him. I think he's a good player. Obviously, when it's more attacking, we have Dallo there. So although I don't think he's had the best of seasons at the minute, but obviously he's got the quality that was shown last season. Whereas Dolgu, again, it's more potential, and again relying on a young player, which isn't what we should be doing. Which comes from the recruitment side of things. Are we recruiting in the right areas? Are we recruiting quality? Which it seems like we're trying to build for the future when really we should be getting players for now. You know what I'm saying? Um, Obviously, midfield Fernandez in there, attacker Sesko. I can't really say too much about Sesko. So coming from a new league again, young player. Holland had his struggles with ourselves. Our strikers getting enough service from the team. Is the formation helping him? Is it hindering him? Um, not every single young striker that comes isn't not good enough. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, so and Bremo obviously thought it was okay. Um, Obviously, I thought Manu played well when he came on. He should be starting, in my opinion. He should have started this game. I feel like he should have played Fernandez as one of the tens and play Manu and Casemiro in midfield. Um, yeah, I think Manu needs to be started, and the fact that this manager isn't starting him probably shows what type of manager he is. And he's obviously come out the press conferences after the game and said he's not going to change the formation, or whatever, change the system. He said it's not the system. He said if the club want to change the system, they need to change the man. I feel like I don't know if it's a Portuguese thing, but these managers are stubborn as hell. I don't know how you can have eight. You can win 8 games in 20 whatever Premier League games or something, and say it's not the system, or say you're not going to change it, or he's had more losses than wins as the Manchester United manager. We finished 16th last season. We're not doing any better this season. We lost against Grimsby. Like I would rate a manager if it's not working out to try to change it up, because at least you're trying something different. You're trying to work with the players. Just to have one way of playing, it's not sustainable. It doesn't make sense. Like how does that work? How are you a top manager only have one system of playing? It's like, so what? So every single new club you're going to go to, you're going to play the same formation no matter what. I don't feel like it's good for him long term. The reputation is building either. I feel like he just needs to put his stubbornness aside, and if he doesn't, we know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? He's probably looking at the sack. I feel like the reason he's not been sacked yet. Obviously, we got to Europa League final last season. We win one game, look decent, and then we're losing. Like I say, he can't win back-to-back games. So it's like he keeps losing and winning, losing and winning. So it's like the board don't know what to do. You know, he won't lose like 3, 4 games in a row where it's impossible. And now we're playing one game a week. We're literally until what Jan Feb time when the FA Cup comes. So it's like there's literally no excuses anymore. He's got his signings there. Like I don't know. I feel like the writing's on the wall with Amarin. I feel like his stubbornness is not going away. Eventually, I think the players will stop playing for him. And I do think in the background, the board are probably looking at managers. They just obviously don't want to say it. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Need a win against Chelsea, but then obviously you get that win against Chelsea, keeps him in a job. So who knows? Who knows what's going on?
Yeah, no, I mean, some of the reactions quite telling. I think Mark Goldbridge, you see his reaction to the game with his watch long.
Nah,
He's, yeah, he's quite irate to be honest. Even expression using's like jumping on saying that like obviously he used to be United 20 times my United, and now he's just like United are just catching by now at the minute. So it's a bit
yeah, exactly.
at the minute. I agree with you though. I think he's got to be a bit flexible with his system because it reminds me a bit of Ange Postecoglou. Like he only played one way and he was stubborn about it. And I think, to be fair, it's not just Portuguese man. I think managers in general tend to be quite stubborn. And I agree. Like you've got to like have your own philosophy and like have your own style of play, whatever. But if it's not working and there's no promising signs, if there's no consistency like in performances and results, then you got to kind of change and adapt. I think it's probably successful for him at Sporting Lisbon because obviously that league, there's the two or three top teams, and the rest of them there's a bit of a drop off in quality, so they could beat teams that are just superior. In the Premier League, you don't get that. Like every game is tough, and I think yeah, the worrying signs are the fact that like you're playing effectively five at the back, 3-4-3, whatever you want to call it, but you're getting carved open so easy, like the Haaland goal, the second one, like it's just free and behind. It's worrying really. And again, like your midfield, just like for the Foden goal, it's non-existent. Like you just the ball dancing into the box. That's it.
But
Score.
this is the issue. He's playing Fernandez deeper. Fernandez, everyone knows he's best as a 10. He creates, he gets goals, he assists. That's his best. Why are you playing him there? You shouldn't be in the opposite um, opponent's box. You should be on the edge, edge of the box, waiting to create something. We should have Ugarte and an actual defense. Not even Ugarte because he's dead. We should have Casemiro and we should have brought in a midfielder from the summer in there because they've got better defensive capabilities and instinct. Fernandez isn't used to doing that, and that's probably why he's lost forward. And it's not the first time against obviously Fulham. Smith Rowe scored a similar goal from deep from midfield, and teams are going to clock onto that. It's simple. It's easy to play against. Like they're going to say, "Okay, just keep your midfielders running from deep and get the goal." Like this is not going to be the first time we've seen it. It's going to be the second time, which has happened already. It's going to keep happening throughout the season. And the longer the Fernandez plays there, then the more liability we're going to be in that area. So yes, it's looking bleak. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
I think there. Yeah, I agree with you. I think Fernandez, yeah, he's better just playing as like a genuine 10, or if he's in one of those two positions behind the striker, I think it makes sense. I think the reason he's probably playing in midfield is because yeah, I think you do have a lack of quality at centre mid, and then I think maybe he's just trying to fit in Cunha and Mbeumo. Obviously, he spent money on him, so I'm guessing he sees that with Cunha and Mbeumo and Sesko as like his front three long term. So he kind of just has to play Fernandez in midfield. But I agree. I think I'm surprised Mainu. I know he keeps saying he like believes in and whatever in his press conferences, but he says he's got a lot of development to do as well. But surely he's better than Agate, surely, and like Casemiro, because I think with Amarin's system, those two centre mids they need legs, and I think like
Mhm.
Casemiro obviously doesn't have it. Yeah, he was a great player for Madrid and he's got pedigree, whatever, but he doesn't have the legs anymore. So I don't know. I think I agree. I think you just hampered yourself in the summer by not getting that centre mid in. I think if you brought in like a Baleba and you could play him and Manu in the middle, I think you'd be all right. But I don't know. I think it's still the system, and he's just too stubborn. City again. To be fair to him, like they played well against Wolves, but they've struggled in the two games after that. So it's not like you're playing against a vintage City side. But I get what you mean with the occasion. I think obviously Ricky Hatton passing away, it would have buoyed him up. But I don't know with United. I don't know if it's worth him maybe switching to a four at the back. I don't know what he's going to do, but I think he's got to switch up a little bit. Because like I said, I think yeah, that lack of legs in midfield, Casemiro, it might help him having two midfielders alongside him and just use him as a six as a pivot, so he doesn't have to move a lot. I mean, like Rodri at City isn't exactly the quickest, but he does that job in that six role. So I don't know, maybe that could suit him more. But yeah,
Yeah.
worrying times United. I
I think
can't.
that's the worst thing about a manager who doesn't play to his players' best abilities. You see, Carlo Ancelotti, he's not a, probably probably won't be regarded as the best ever, but he is one of the best. He's won numerous Champions League leagues. All he does is players in their best position, and the five of it. Obviously, when he went to Everton, the flopped, but when he went to Real Madrid, he always used to, um, you know, win leagues and win Champions Leagues because you used to pay the best players in the best positions, and obviously you need quality. I know it's not all Amrin. Let's be honest. Like every manager that comes in is not all they're not all shit.
Yeah,
Stats wise, Amrin is the worst manager since Fergie. So you can't really say that, but we do need more quality as well, which I think we have kind of brought in this summer with Cunha and Bremo. But again, Dogu left wing back. It's not. He's not quality. He's not. He's a good squad player, but he shouldn't be starting week in week out. We should have got, like I said, we should have got a midfielder in there, a quality midfielder like Carlos Bebela. You know what I'm saying? Um, and obviously, combining both the manager and the quality, we will get there. But if we don't have both of the things, it's going to be the same mode.
yeah, no, I agree. I think the worrying kind of thing as well is like I don't think he's even showing promise. Like I get it if he's
Yeah, yeah,
results,
exactly.
you've got a style of play and like you can see there's something to build on. I just see a bunch of players on the pitch that like are still I don't think they still don't haven't got grip to the system yet. Like it's not automatic. Like I don't think they're quite sure what positions they should be in, when to press, when to back off. Like it just seems like they're a bit like yeah, they're just not got to grips with it yet. And it's worrying because he's had a full preseason now. It's not like, he's had to join in January and he's had to just like, jump in with not much time on the training field. He's had a full preseason now, so he's been able to bring in not all of the players he needed to, but he's brought in some players, and yeah, it's a bit worrying. Yeah, I personally I can only see it going one way, and I think he's going to get sacked. But
Yeah,
um,
he never gets out, so he'll either walk. I think one of the things could happen, but I don't see him being successful. If he's gonna, because he's gonna carry on doing this formation. So he said it is his way or highway. I kind of think he could probably wants to get sacked. He's mentioned it so many times. If like he's just like, yeah, this ain't for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Let
yeah,
me go back to my Portuguese league and do my thing, but it's easy over there. Do you know what I mean? So yeah,
yeah.
that's the feeling I'm getting.
Yeah, he's made some weird comments as well. Where he says like sometimes like, oh, I feel like I could quit, and then sometimes I feel like I could be at the club 20 years. It's like, why are you even saying that at press conferences? It's like it's a
Mm,
bit strange. But I don't know. Hope well for his sake, he needs to sort it out and find a quick solution. Because I think his days are looking a bit numbered. But I'll move on to the Arsenal game. Obviously 3-0 win against Forest. Obviously Ange, former Spurs manager. Um, didn't know whether there might be a bit of a new manager bounce, but having said that, usually you get the new manager bounce when like teams are struggling, and then they brought a new manager, and I think Forest are doing quite well under Santo, to be fair. But yes, I wasn't really expecting too much from them, but it was a good 3-0. I think we played well. It was good. It was a good game because it was good to see all the new signings have all played well. I think Saliba's been injured, but Mascara's come in. He's only 13 million. He's what, 21, but we haven't missed Saliba at all since he's been in, to be honest. He's been quality, composed on the ball, looks solid at the back, set pieces, gets his head on things. He looks like got the makings of a top quality centre back there. Zubimendi obviously got his two goals. First one's quite a decent volley outside the box.
you know,
Good
that's good.
finish. He looks good. Again, Eze got an assist for Gyökeres. Gyökeres getting on the score sheet. And like, I hold my hands up. I wasn't happy when we signed him initially, but Nani Madueke has been one of our best players since Saka's got that injury. Since he's come in, he's been quality. He's had good performances for England as well. I think Balls of Mendy is probably man of the match. So yeah, I think it's a positive result for us. I think we're showing a bit more like directness. I think that'll help Gyökeres. I think the Gyökeres goal was like two passes. It was just Calafiori as a Gyökeres goal, and I think it's good to see that because I think we haven't really had that quickness in transition previously. It's usually been that horseshoe, moving the ball side to side, trying to break down low blocks, but it's good to see a bit of urgency to our attack and play. So yeah, it was a good result. We've got a game midweek against Bilbao. I think Saliba could be back for that. Don't think Saka will be too far away either. So it's positive signs at the minute. Yeah, and to be
Yeah, I
honest with
think
you,
yeah, I think Arsenal looking good, but this is what Arsenal do though, start of the season. Do you know
yeah,
what I mean? I don't think you do have squad depth though this season, where obviously this is, you know, if Saka got injured, Saliba got injured, you had fought in it. Do you know what I mean? But now you've got good replacements, good backups. So it's just whether you lot can be consistent. That's all it is. Obviously Liverpool last minute goals, they
yeah,
are getting a bit lucky. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, they're still winning. Obviously, they still got Isak to come. They probably don't have the squad depth that you lot have though. But firepower. You look at the front three, or yeah, Ekatike, Isak, Salah, one of the best in the world in it. So it's just whether that can get them across. And obviously, you still got Van Dijk, the Alisson. So you know, got a quality team. But again, if any of them get injured, that'll put you guys in place. But yeah, it's whether you guys can be consistent with it.
yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, I think the thing with Liverpool, like you said, they do have that quality. Isak, Salah's like they've got top draw players. I agree. They've probably like lost a bit of squad there. Obviously, sadly with like Jota passing away, they also lost Diaz, Nunez, and they've only really well they brought in Isak and Ekatike, but there probably is a bit of a gap on the left side. But I suppose we've been playing that Rio Nagoma. He looks like a quality player, that youngster. So they've got some options. I think Chiesa staying's probably helped as well. At least they've got a bit of a backup to Salah on the right as well. But yeah, I'll be interested to see. I think it's a good slot to have. How he'll end up starting because I think Ekatike has been pretty good, so I think it'd be difficult for them to drop.
Yeah,
No, obviously Isak you'd expect to be starting that striking position, but I know he sometimes played off the left for Newcastle at times, so there could be that possibility of maybe playing Ekatike and Isak, with Isak playing a bit wider, Salah on the right. But yeah, they've got scary options to be fair. And I think yeah, like I know they were lucky on the weekend, and it's kind of annoying if you're competing with them for the title, but you kind of need that luck. I think if you're going to win the league,
yeah, 100%.
they've got that. Yeah, we'll have to see. It's going to be a long season, but yeah, I definitely say Liverpool favourites. I think we've put our squad in a position where we can compete with them. Whether we're able to win the league, I don't know, but I think yeah, I'd definitely say Liverpool favourites for now. Obviously, having won the league and the transfer window they had was probably like one of the best in Premier history, to be fair. So um, yeah, we'll have to see how we end up. But I'll move on to hot or not. Hot or not for United money.
Hot or not,
Yeah.
um, can name a lot of players for not. To be honest, if I had to pick one, who was the worst? Um, you know what? At spells, we did play all right. Um, so it's hard to say, but I'll probably say Luke Shaw. Um, Dogu, I'll give him the benefit of doubt because Luke Shaw's been at goal for 11 years. And it's the same old. Obviously, for that first goal, obviously got done in by Doku, but obviously there's no willingness there to tackle or be in position. I feel like when he got the ball, it's a bit sluggish sometimes, and I can't remember. What was the second goal? Was it second or third goal? Was either him or Maguire? Someone. I'm pretty sure Luke Shaw was involved though. Made a mistake, and obviously City went on to score. Um, but it's more the case of how long he's been at the club for, and it's just never shown consistency.
Mm.
Obviously, injuries you keep being lucky, but when you're playing, when you're now one of the senior players, you need to step up. Obviously, Dogu had a poor game, but obviously this is his first well, I think his first full season now. He came in January, so like I said, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and he's 20. So Luke Shaw for me is the not. The hot. Honestly, I don't think I have a hot. There's no one that stood out. Um, for me, maybe Mooney's cameo when he came on was decent. Breno's that volley from Breno, that was hot. That's a good save from Donnarumma, whatever his name is. Really good save. Um, yeah, I don't think I'm a hot. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, that's my thingy.
Yeah, I think if hot or not for Arsenal, it's fair. Hot's quite difficult. Not's been pretty easy to answer. I don't think I can name anyone in the knot, to be honest. I think everyone had a pretty good game. Pretty harsh to name anyone there. For hot, there's loads to pick from. I'm probably going to go Zuba Monday because that volley is pretty special. And then obviously for a DM to get 2 goals, it's quite impressive. He had a good game. He's progressive. I like the way he just keeps things ticking. Feeds the ball into I know he came off injured, but the attacking midfielder, but that's Erdegaard or Wanyeri. Only the forward plays, he moves the ball through midfield quite quicker. Than you'd say when you have like a Rice. I know Rice is solid defensively, but I quite like Rice in that advanced, that kind of 8 role. I think it suits him box to box. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to Zubamendi. I think Nani Madueke as well. I think he's an honourable shout as well. He's been playing really well. And like to be honest, he's making most Arsenal fans eat the words. I know we got to a point where there was like petitions against his
Hmm.
side, but yeah, I think all those guys are eating their
I think
words.
it's because you just signed another Chelsea player. I think that's what it was.
George, it
And they're
was
like,
as well. I
oh,
think like we wanted a left winger, didn't we? And I think people were worried that he might be the left wing option for us. Like we wanted like a Eze or a Rodrigo, and at the time it wasn't looking like that was happening. So I don't know whether people thought, oh, that's gonna be our left winger, Madueke, but
yeah, yeah.
in the world, I think that
At
was
the same time, you've got to give it time and give it the full season and make a
But to
judgment.
be
He's had a
fair,
couple of good games, isn't it?
I think his role
Do
in
you
the
know what I mean?
squad is Saka's backup. And to be fair, since Saka's been injured, like it's mad to us to say, but he's probably our best player. And we haven't missed him.
Mm.
So it says a lot, to be fair. So yeah, I'm quite happy with him. He's direct. He brings good energy to attack. I like him. I think he's been good so far. He's definitely proven me wrong. But yeah, so I'm gonna give hot to Zubimendi. Um, yeah, I thought the last segment of the show we'll just talk about. I know it's early season, but there's looking like a few managers around the league that are under pressure. If you were the bookies, who would you put like 2 or 3 names on managers to get sacked?
Hmm? But well, probably Amin's probably the favourite in a minute with the
Mm.
bookies. Um, what's his name? Potter for West Ham isn't too far off. For him and Amin definitely, especially now Nuno's out of job. I think Nuno will fit him perfectly with West Ham.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Um, yeah, do you know what I mean? I feel like I don't know why. Obviously, he had a beef with the Forest owner. I think they fought top Forest. I feel like to go from a manager like Nino, who's completely different to Ange. He's defensively minded. Forest had a one-way play and counter-attacking football. It works for them. Do you know what I mean? Got them into nearly Champions League. It got into Europa League or Conference League as well. So and to get Ange, who's completely opposite. I don't know how that's going to work. And he's a stubborn manager as well. That's one way of playing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think Nuno would do good at West Ham. I think that they'll be looking at that. So if Potter doesn't win his next two games, I think next 3 games or whatever, I think he might be gone. Obviously, we've got another international break coming up in October. Normally, that's a good time to get rid of managers. So I see Amber and Potter. Um, I don't think there's anyone else like majorly. From trying to think off the top of my head, don't know. What would you say?
I think Amber and Potter are the two that scream out to me. To be fair, um, yeah, I agree though. Like with that take, I think West Ham. I think they'd do a lot worse than to replace Potter with Nuno Espirito Santo. To be fair, I think it's a bit of a dangerous decision from Forest, to be honest.
Mm,
Apparently, there was a bit of a breakdown in the relationship though, because I think previously he had a lot more contact directly with Marinakis as the owner, but obviously they brought in Edu. So I think he runs all the football operations from Marinakis's clubs, and apparently, like, I don't think Nuno Espirito Santo liked the middleman, and I think that's what kind of tarnished the relationship between him and the owner. And then obviously he spoke out not once but twice, so I think he's probably almost looking to get sacked. But yeah, I
yeah.
think he's a good coach that's available. Yeah, definitely a good option. I think if any clubs are looking to replace a manager. Yeah, to be honest, do you know what? I know it sounds crazy, and like it would never have happened, but do you know if like City lost that derby to United on the weekend? I think Pep won this may have like not under pressure, but like people are looking at it like what one win from the first four, three losses.
Mm, yeah.
Like I think if that kind of form carried on, I think he'd probably. I don't know, it's just crazy to say you're going to sack Pep Guardiola in it, but I think a bit of
He'll never get sacked. He'll never get sacked. I feel like if he leaves, he'll walk himself in it. Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
uh,
But yeah, I do get what you're saying. If we won that, pressure would have been on Pep a little bit.
yeah,
But yeah, Pep will never get sacked. Like, imagine second Pep, he'd be stupid. The
yeah.
club's line up for him. Shit, I'll sack man that next day and put behind him straight away. Come to the red side. Do you know what I mean? Okay, you know, but nah, I do get that. Yeah, Pep would have might have been. I don't know about the Brighton manager, but I won't say he's under pressure. But they're not the better starts either.
Yeah. Yeah, he's another one, to be fair. I think he did all right for them last season. I think he might have a bit of time.
Yeah, yeah,
Honest,
should do.
I'd put Potter ahead of Amorim though, in terms of who I think would get sacked next. Just because I think it's come out today as well. I think United have said they're going to give him time. Um, and like, yeah, I'll speak to my
Yeah,
uncle. He's a big United fan, and he's sick of United going through managers. He wants to see the club give a manager time. And I do kind of agree with that sentiment. I think you've got to give like managers time. I think it's no good like sacking them like season after season coming in with a new manager. But to be fair, I think a manager's kind of got to earn time a little bit as well. Like you got to show some.
just what I'm saying. Yeah,
I don't think Amorim's done that. So there's no point giving time to a manager who might not be the right guy. You got to see that. So I think unless he starts showing signs soon, I think it would, yeah, like I said, days will be numbered. For him as well. Funny enough, I think Hoyland got a goal for Napoli, didn't he, on his debut?
yeah, it is. I'm not even surprised. You know,
Uh,
I don't even. He wanted to stay, wanted to fight for his place. Obviously, we forced him out. He's United fan, it, so I don't even. Certain players who leave just chat shit at Sancho's and all that. You don't really wish him the best, to be honest. But Haaland, nah, he's a good kid. Wish saying like I know him personally, innit, but obviously from what I've seen, he just yeah he tried his best and it just wasn't good enough. But again, could that be due to the league, to us?
yeah. To be
Maybe
fair,
it's a bit too soon for him. Do you know what I mean?
I think De Bruyne's already scored a hatful of goals already. He's at Napoli,
Yeah,
so it may just be the league, and obviously going from the Prem to Serie A, there's
I mean they're making McTominay look like the best player in the world there.
yeah, I suppose
Do you know what I mean?
he's used to the league as well, isn't he? Like he's played for Atalanta before United, so I guess it's just yeah, it's probably just this.
Yeah, McTominay's doing bits there. Then I don't know, but yeah. So, but now it's obviously when you know because of the state we're in. When you leave United, you know you kind of a lot of weight off your shoulders, you know, so you can just go play football. So that's it, really.
Yeah, to be fair, talking of players playing in different leagues, like I was surprised the amount of criticism Gyökeres has been getting. Like, there's obviously there's loads of things where he's like, oh, he
Hmm?
looks like he's playing in like Tim's or jeans or whatever. I'm hearing all this, but guys got 3 and 4. I think before Haaland scored his goals on the weekend, he was like joint top scorer in the league. So I don't get what the criticism for. I think I get like he probably doesn't get involved in the play as much as maybe like a Havertz would when we play up front, but. I think we brought him in to score goals. As long as he's in the right place, right time, scores his goals. I'm happy. Like he's got
Well,
weekend, right place, right time. He got his goal. That's all I'm bothered about, to be honest.
if he scores you 20 goals and you win the Champions League or Premier League,
Yeah,
you
and I
guys
think
can complain.
yeah,
He can wedge use all he likes. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. He does his work off the pitch as well. To be fair, like off the ball, like he's good with his pressing, works hard, runs the channels. To be honest, I think the criticism is a bit harsh. I think people are looking for it. I feel like that KG and all that are going on to him as well. It's like, bro, gotta worry about Sesko first, mate. Like.
Literally, that's what I'm score
Joker
for
is a
us. Yeah, never mind.
scorer. My man's
Yeah.
waiting till 10th to take a penalty in the shootout, bro, and he's a striker. Like, come on. That's what about him. Like, don't get me wrong. I've heard loads of scouts talk about him. Like, he's got like world-class potential. Like, obviously physically, like he's a freak, and he's crazy high jumps and like he's fast, strong, tall. But like, and they're saying that if he does finish potential, he will be one of the best strikers in the world. But I don't know. Part of me thinks about a mentality thing. Apparently, like last summer when we went in for him, he turned us down because he wasn't sure whether he was going to start over Havertz. Like that don't fill me with confidence, you know. Like
Mm.
I feel like strikers got to have that confidence where a bit of almost arrogance where he's like, I'm that guy. Because I think confidence is important to any player, but I think it's important especially for strikers. But we'll see. He's only
100%.
young, and like I'm not gonna like rule him out already. He's barely played really for you, to be honest. He hasn't had too many starts, so hopefully for you, man, he can fulfill his potential because I think you need all the help you can get at the minute. Um,
Fingers
yeah,
crossed.
but on that, I'll end this week's show. Thanks for joining. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll catch you again next week.